Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list.
むっちゃ
As expected of the parlor director, always so generous. Come on, let's go!
パイモンの美味しいご飯に関係することについてのテンションがバカ高いね、やっぱり。
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
あ、初めて会う
No
感じ。
need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
あ、そっか。お父さんとお兄ちゃんは会ったことあるし、うちに来たことあるけどって感じだったから、まともに喋ったのは初めてなのかな、ゆくあきくん。
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun?
I'm learning a lot.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
そっか、じゃあシンエンとユンジン、ウンキンは来れないんだね。
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
あら、
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me.
またうまくかわしたんだな。
Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
ほんまやで。
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try! See, someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue.
あら、素敵な表現するじゃない。
My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver. Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
いや、良くなってから食べるのずるいよ。
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone.
主催のフータオだろ。
Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba? Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant.
あら。
You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hutao's invitation.
そっか。手伝ってくれるのかわいいね。
As for Hutao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being.
おう。
Seems like it's almost time.
確か。
Huh? Hutao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important.
Or they just need a lot of encouragement. 連れてくるのが大変なんだよね、きっと。
Could it be... Kuching? Ningguang? Or Captain Beidou.
いやいや、ベイドーだったら別に声かけりゃすぐ来るだろ。
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
あら、謙虚ね。
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right, good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
びっくりマーク、声出てない。シャオもびっくりマーク、みんなびっくりマーク。
Oh,
一番びっくり。
I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
ああ、しらじらしい。
The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
やりにくいね。あれ、なんで私机の上に立ってんの？
It's almost Lantern Rite. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
そうだよね。
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
We're old friends.
Great. You two sit together.
はい。
You should take a seat too, director.
Oh? Finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the host at Shinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing.
え、まだ食べ物来んの？すごい、もうだいぶ入ってるよ。
Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
More food?
Paimon would have never
Oh,
guessed the
Fueta.
person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
あら、そう？
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him.
そういえばそう言ってたね、ボイスで。
You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
意地悪だな。本当だよ。
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off.
ああ、そう、そのイベントの時はまだプレイしてなかったので見れなかったんですよ。名前呼んだら翔くん来てくれるんでしょ？いいな、やりたかったな。
I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again.
No anecdote,
gomenasai.
however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say anymore. Adeptus Xiao, Conqueror of Demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite.
Belated isn't the right word to use here.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
You don't have to be fancy. He's not expecting you to be fancy.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
フータオ、英語版フータオの愛や好き。
What's your true intention then?
日本語版フータオも青いや言うの？
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
I'm curious how she did it.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Again.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
ボスレディ、やっぱそう呼ばれちゃうのね。
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao.
そっちじゃない、もう一個上じゃない？
Guardian of Wangshu Inn. Hero of Dihua Marsh.
めっちゃ呼ぶやん。
I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
ああ、そうね。
There might be other reasons.
Oh?
Smart guess.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead.
なるほどね。
That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Was he worried about his karma?
You know him pretty well, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power.
なるほど。
Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
Who did you expect?
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
うん、そうだよね。チョンウンがきっと助けてくれてるよ。いるだけで。
That's not the same.
No?
And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
そういうもんだ。
Huh? What?
I'm fighting with Chongyun. I saw that too.
うわ、むっちゃ言うやん。
You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
You seem pretty quiet today. Is everything okay? Not used to being around so many people?
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend.
Oh,
Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
that's good to hear. Give everything you don't eat to Paimon. An old friend? Old friend の気になるね。
You should know him. He's...
Huh? The wind?
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
And cultivated nighttime.
え、なんでパイモンが知ってんの？
Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that thing?
Uh-huh.
That voice. Could it be?
It must be. めっちゃ気になる。
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest
め
in.
っちゃ使われてるやん。なんなら私が代わりに行くよ。
No such need. I'm coming in.
そうよね。ちょっとやばいよやばいよ。
You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
ちょっと待って、シャアとウェンティの絡みとウェンティとジョン・リーの絡みダブルで一度にちょっと心臓持たないかもしれない。
Oh, it's the tone deaf bard.
いや。あれ？この人のことじゃなかったの？この人のことだったけどまさか現れるとは思ってなかったって感じ？
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends.
確かに気は合いそう。
Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
まあ椅子はあるしね。
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here.
しかもよりによってシャアとジョン・リーの間に座りよるやん。
Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? All right, I'm digging in.
やっぱ好きだわこの人のノリ。
Huh, it's you.
あ、そっか。この二人は彩り祭で合ってるね。
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Oh no, he's gonna give Shinji's pen name away.
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you?
あ、うまいことかわした。
I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. How I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
すっごい顔してる。すごい顔してる。ちょっとしばらく眺めてよ。いや、そうだよね。なんかもう、いろいろと耐えられないんだけど。He's my old pal too. Looks like Xiao knows him too. どっちにし、
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes, yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
困ってるじゃん。
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh.
For who to listen to?
It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
So that's how it was. I see.
I understand now too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
もうダメだ。真顔で見れない。
And I'm his boss.
Ooh.
Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
なんかもうすっごいテーブルだな。
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know.
Oh, if only you knew.
From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise.
A bit more than that. まあ困るよね。
Shao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
そんなこと聞かないであげて。
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
うまく避けたな。
Really?
おい。
But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon, play along.
Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's pretty normal for him to not know anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
いや、ちょっと頑張ってまとめたんだから。
I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before.
Oh?
The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
ほ
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt.
う。なんかちょっと罵り合い始まった？
I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
But?
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes.
あ、続きなかった。なんか褒めておいて落とすなんかあるかと思ったけど。
There's one I heard a while back that went, The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands.
Of course, of course.
Hmm.
Hey, Xingqiu. Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Paimon, watch and learn from Hu Tao and Venti. This will come in handy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too? I heard that Liua will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen.
でも終わっちゃったよね。間に合った？
Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
But the music festival wasn't planned beforehand. どうやって知ったんだろうね。
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him.
Thank you. He must feel very grateful.
Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
うまくまとまったね。え、君は何、お茶屋？
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
Sure.
What's with the urgency?
Are you done eating? Wanna head out for a walk? I ate too much. Could you come take a walk with me?
Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come too.
You're still hungry, right?
Yeah?
Don't worry, we'll be back soon.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
かわいいな、ワンちゃんみたいじゃん。帰ってくるよねみたいな。ちょっと出る前に、絶対聞かなきゃじゃん。ちょっと、一番いいのは最後に取っとこう。
About you and Venti. Could he be a partner in your family business?
That's right.
そういうことにしとこう。
You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
そういうことにしとこう。
Did you talk about anything interesting before we started the meal? Anything fun I missed out on?
Oh, we were talking about cooking. Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Qiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil and sesame oil. He suggested I try using those in my new dishes.
Oh, no wonder he left his post for so long that day. Those ingredients would be difficult for anyone else to find. I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
じゃあ、ショーに会いに来たのは何だったの？ただ単に様子を見に来ただけ？
You're not allowed to leave Paimon here alone.
分かったよ、分かっ
To
た
be
よ。
honest, Paimon's worried about saying the wrong thing.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. It's nothing compared to your expertise. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
OK。 はい、行こう。ごめん、お待たせしました。
Let's depart. You go ahead.
はい。
Are you alright?
I should be the one asking you that.
It's hard to describe.
Unfamiliar with gatherings like this?
It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time...
I understand. どっちにしようかな。誰のせいにする？勝利にしとこうか。It's all Jean-Li's fault.
That's not what I meant.
怒っちゃった。
Or perhaps I should say Rex Lapis is really good at adapting to human life. You could say that he actually enjoys doing so.
He probably does.
And that's something I might never be able to do.
You don't have to be like him. You do you.
That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
Strange in a good way?
Yes.
よか
Parlor
った。
director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here.
あら。
But I didn't expect the other guests to be...
No one would have guessed.
General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him.
Clothes?
The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him.
ああ、服をちゃんと着なさいって言われて逃げてるのあったね。
Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
But not so anxious that she can't eat. Sounds like she'll be okay.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanchao made.
You're worrying too much.
Shall don't pull all 読み慣れてない単語だな。Lemniscatic? ああ、これか。あれだ、幻想スキルか。ちゃんと読みたい。Lemniscatic wind cyclings on us.
Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait. There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Oh.
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan Xiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking.
なるほど。
I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support.
なるほどね。
When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Thank you, Shanling and Goba.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And guoba, too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting. Oh, you're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
言い方。
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
I wasn't gone that long. We were pretty quick. You're only angry because you had no sense of time.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
はい。
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Strive to be more like Hu Tao, Paimon.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table.
あれ、ジョニーどこ行った？
It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all.
あ、いた。
Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli.
シャオじゃないの？
I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world.
首振ってる。
If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest.
そうね。
I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
そうやね。ホストがね。
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss.
主催主催。
We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
なすりつけ合いか？
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the masterful chef's competition.
あの男子3人。
The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
なんなのさっきからこのコナンスタイルは。
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Cause we are.
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
本当に
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
困ってる困ってる。
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
荷が重いな。
That's not how it works.
No, it's not.
Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? now you're nominating me?
本当に順々になすりつけてくやん。
I can't be the one when we have the conqueror of demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse.
おお。
I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Is he going to say it's John Lee?
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
Wait, don't.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
私か。なんでみんなそんな目で見るの？
Oh, that's right.
パイモンまで。
Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
I'm not the only well-connected person here, though.
Huh? Who else is there?
You, of course. Take a look in the mirror.
Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest?
乗せやすいの。
Oh, well, that was unexpected!
単純やの、可愛いの。
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like that.
泣きそうやん。
Those were genuine compliments, right?
Of course. You're the best travel companion ever.
Thank you.
機嫌直ったかい？
You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
よかったよかった。
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
そうかもね。
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend,
嬉し
Paimon,
そう。
will be refilling and lighting the incense for us.
できるか？
Here you go. Take the match and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
やめて。clumsily やっぱちょっとぎこちなくなのね。Time to say goodbye.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
The food and desserts were delicious. Thank you for the treat, Director.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time.
はーい。
Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
はい。
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
I will.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime.
いいね。
We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Bye.
Well then,
Rex Lapis.
just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Xiao.
Heaven forbid.
Adeptus Xiao.
Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic.
ああ、あれじゃん。防除旅館ワンシューインのいるソラヤやん。
From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Xiao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Xiao may seem unapproachable to most, but the traveler has proved otherwise. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
そうやね。
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah, the director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
はーい。お疲れ様です。
Bye, Xiangli!
Bye.
Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends.
そうね。気持ちわかるよ。
But at least you always stay by Paimon's side.
そうやね。
No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, traveler.
It's my honor. I'm afraid there'll be a lot to ask of you in the future too, most distinguished Paimon.
Good that you were aware of that.
かわいい。
Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness.
The feeling's mutual. You don't have to thank me every time.
Okay. I'll see you next time then.
Okay, now I need to get a move on and write my next song.
Listen to you. You only just fulfilled one lifetime dream. Are you really thinking about your next goal already?
Don't try to tell me you ain't the same way. I bet you've already thought up a name for your next opera, haven't you?
You know me too well, Xinyan.
いいね。次々と。
The Adeptus Seeking Voyage. How does that sound?
Oh, man! Yeah, I can already picture it.
I've also got just the finishing line for it. I'll close with, and the celestial melody echoed through the clouds forevermore.
いいね。
Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent.
You mean the show?
Yes. When I heard the music coming from up in the clouds, I was so stunned I could barely think or move. I felt like it had a special kind of hold over me. Or maybe it was the adeptal power within the music. And the ensemble at the end was truly sublime. I felt like I would have started to cry if I hadn't been one of the performers on the stage.
すごく動かされたのね。
Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, Lady Ningguang, the Tianquan of the Liyue Qixing, has invited me to visit her again at Yujing Terrace to discuss a long-term collaboration plan. I do hope everything goes well and that we have more opportunities to collaborate in the future. The next time we have another performance, you'll have to come. I will save the best seat for you.
ありがとう。
Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent.
About the fair lady.
I've already given her my thanks in person.
あ、会いに行ったのね。
This is what she said. It is only natural to lend a hand when we see someone in distress. The wonderful music you brought to Liyue is worth far more than gratitude.
あ、よかったね。
Truly, I felt so honored. But I've also made a decision for myself. I will strive to create even more wonderful, original music for this era. Our era.
そうだね。この時代の私たちもしっかり生きていこうね。そう、絶対なんかどっかにキャラクター隠れてるって思った。
The Lantern Rite celebrations are getting better by the year. Such wonderful music.
Dr. Baiju, I've brought the herbs. Who are they for?
The singers. Performing at a music festival is very demanding. Using these herbs in good time will protect their voices from damage.
そうだね、優しい。
Oh, that's why you were preparing them all night.
I dared not neglect the Yuheng's request. Her messenger was quite insistent that it should take top priority.
あ、なるほど。クチンの国政の計らいなのね。
Let me double check again. This one is for...
ヤオヤオ発見。ヤンフェイ。あ、ピンバーヤとヤンフェイ。
I'm so happy. And all the grandmas and grandpas in Qingse Village had a great time too.
Why Qingse Village?
You mean, what am I doing here? Well, just now I did a performance for everyone. Although I can't play an instrument anywhere near as well as Master, I can still sing.
あ、お歌歌ったの？かわいいね。
Even Granny Roshin said I did a great job. She also gave me some candies.
かわいい。
I'm so happy. And all the grandmas and grandpas in Qingse Village had a great time too.
About your master?
Master's told me a lot of stories about the Adepti. There was Skybracer with the giant deer horns, and Sea Gazer who loved to collect treasure. Sometimes Master talks and talks for a long time, until her voice starts to sound sad.
Oh.
But then she always breaks into a smile again, and tells me all of the things each of them loved best about Liyue. I love everything about Liyue.
よかったね。
Some of the Adepti are gone now, but it's okay, because I'm gonna help take care of everyone in their stead.
けなぎやな。もう一個あったよね。
I'm so happy, and all the grandmas and grandpas in Qingse Village had a great time too.
About Dvorak.
I'm happy that Mr. Dvorak found the fairy lady from his story, and I'm also happy that it turned out it was Master all along. Also, I helped out this time too, didn't I? So that means I was paying homage to my master? Oh, also, Mr. Dvorak got one of his friends to bring me a toy from Fontaine. I like it a lot.
よかったね。
At first, I didn't know whether I was supposed to accept it or not, but then Master said it was okay, so I did.
ほんとかわいい。本当にかわいい。愛おしくてやばい。本当に推しかもしれない。推し増えてばっかりだ。
Granny, you play so beautifully. Do you think you could teach me?
Oh, child, you simply never stop, do you? This festival is a rare chance to rest and relax. But here you are pestering me to teach you this, that, and the other.
Don't worry, Granny. I'm a fast learner. And anyway, the sooner I start learning, the sooner we'll be able to perform a duet together.
A musical duo is only as good as its weakest link. So you gotta teach me all your secrets, okay?
All right. Well, you can start by making me some more tea and leaving it to cool on the side.
Sure, Granny.
かわいい。私の原神を紹介してくれたニュージーランド人の友達もこの2人の仲がすごい気になってるんだよね。
Hey, don't tell me you called me over for just a game of chess.
You have to be more specific, Captain Beto. Is it that you find playing chess an uninteresting activity, or that you're unhappy about my lack of novel ideas? If you don't specify what you mean, how could I know what I should do to please you?
うわ、すごいこと言った。How could I know what I should do to please you? って。いやん。
Of course. I make a single remark and you reply with a full-blown lecture. Maybe we should deal with all official affairs publicly in the future. Might just make things easier.
I'd be perfectly happy with that. I'm just worried that Captain Beto's business might be negatively affected.
Don't give me that. That woman from Yenshang Tea House sometimes comes aboard to ask for information. She requested the fleet to import some goods, but how could I not know who she's actually working for?
Oh. You sure know a lot, Captain Beto.
やだね。
How about I ask her to come over? Or maybe we go straight to her tea house. With one more person around, we'll be able to have some variety in our chess games. I hope that would be less of a bore to you.
So, we're still gonna play chess after all.
いいじゃん、楽しいじゃん。遊んであげてよ。やだ、何これ、かわいい、かわいい、かわいい、この光景。
The vegetables are fresh, and there are enough wheats and grains stocked up. I'll pass on the seafood. Oh, it's you. We meet again. Surprised to see me here?
Kind of.
It's the director's orders. Xiangling worked all day and night at the restaurant during the festival and didn't get to have any time to enjoy the festivities. The director sent me here to help out in the kitchen so that Xiangling will have some time to herself.
すごいね。コンサルタントくん、そんなこともするの？
But with someone as hardworking as you around, there seems to be nothing much for me to do.
ゴーガのこと？
It feels good seeing my old friend in the kitchen, fetching ingredients and lighting fires. Perhaps I should borrow Cloud Retainer's supreme cuisine machine to speed things up.
そんなことしたらシェフマオに怒られるよ。
You'd still prefer to make them by hand, but of course.
そうよね。手作りしなきゃ。なんてとこにいるんだ。見つからないよ。なんでこんなとこまで、やっぱ隅々まで探さなきゃダメね。
Xingqiu, you have to be honest.
Honest about what?
How did you and Venti really meet?
Why are you suddenly asking that?
Aren't they book buddies?
Yeah, we met a few times at a book convention. That's all.
Oh, really? With that extraordinary demeanor and literary talent, he's definitely not just any bard. If he's someone that could hold his ground in a conversation with a consultant, he needs to at least be as talented as me.
Perhaps you're overthinking this matter.
そっか。シンチアもあれだよね。神様だって知ってるわけじゃないからね。
Hu Tao, Xingqiu wouldn't lie to us.
Okay. I'll tell you the truth.
Oh?
Huh?
Xingqiu!
I'm actually a fan of Venti's poetry.
あ、そっちに逃げたな。
You all know that I love reading, and sometimes come across poetry from Mondstadt. Among those works, I admire the ones penned by Venti the most. Just as Hu Tao said, his artistry is the reflection of his personality, remarkable grace and exceptional literary talent. I guess Venti didn't tell you the whole truth back at the restaurant because he didn't want to embarrass me in front of everyone. He's such a considerate person.
Yes, right. I can confirm that. When Xingqiu was busy with other things, he asked me to buy him poetry books in secret.
あら。
I see. That didn't sound like too much of a big deal. You could have told us right away.
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I?
なんか、あれだな。テーブル囲んでた時のシャンリンの声、正直、なんかちょっと前のシャンリンの声と違うなって思ってたんだけど、今のシャンリンの声は普通に聞こう感じるから、ちょっと風邪気味だったのかな、声優さん。
Oh, so that's your story. Forget it. Let's drop this topic. It's not often that the four of us are all together. What should we do next? Hide and seek, hopscotch, or some shopping?
Since there's 4 of us, why don't we borrow a mahjong set?
おお、麻雀。いいね。
This is such a cool ship! Facing the sea breeze and gazing out at the soaring seagulls. Makes me want to sing out loud! Kazuha, how about I stay here and be the ship's resident bard? What are my prospects?
With your level of artistic finesse, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. But I'm afraid the sailors aboard are not the most versed in the arts. They probably wouldn't understand the deeper meaning your poetry holds.
You can't say that for sure. Poetry is spur-of-the-moment creations. Anyone viewing the same sights and experiencing the same atmosphere would surely understand. There's a port in Mondstadt too, but I rarely get the chance to board any of the ships. Speaking of ships, everything's perfect about this one, except... Kazuha?
お酒?
Could you tell your captain that my height says nothing of my age? I'm way past drinking age.
Way past drinking age.
How often does one get to enjoy a seafood feast on a ship? It'll be a real shame if there isn't anything stronger to enhance the food. Pretty please?
There's not much I can do about that. It's not because Captain Beto's not on the ship right now, but because there's no room for negotiation on this matter. Even I have to sit in the no-drinking zone every time.
え、嘘?
But I don't get drunk after just a few sips. Trust me, I can hold my liquor really well.
Sure. いた。Hi.
Yen Xiao just came up here with some almond tofu, but I haven't finished everything Xiangling gave me yet. You should try some too. I'm not as experienced in tasting mortal food as you, and I couldn't tell the difference.
まあじゃあどっちも好きってことだよね。違いが分からなかったってことは、好きな杏仁豆腐と同じくらいの味がしたってことだから、シャンリンの杏仁豆腐も美味しいって思ったってことだよね。
There must be many different stories to tell of the hustle and bustle of the mortal world, too. You can tell me. I will listen.
その最後の You can tell me, I will listen. もう一回言って。もう一回聞こう。ごめん。もう一回やらせて。
Yen Xiao just came up here with some almond tofu, but I haven't finished everything Xiangling gave me yet. You should try some too. I'm not as experienced in tasting mortal food as you, and I couldn't tell the difference. There must be many different stories to tell of the hustle and bustle of the mortal world, too. You can tell me. I will listen.
何でも話しちゃうよ。何でも話しちゃうよ。そんなこと言われたら。Okay, I'm gonna go.